Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do.
Jay-Z's name is blowing up online. Again, a judge just gave the green light for his alleged son Rymir to push forward with a paternity case, and now Jay-Z has to respond by July 18th.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth.
And guess who's been stirring the pot nonstop? None other than 50 Cent. Of course, 50 had to put it on blast, but he didn't stop there. Nicki Minaj jumped into the mix too. She reposted 50's message on X, saying, "Is this why he was trending the other day? IDK. To God be the glory." Like, what is even going on? And wait, it gets messier. Rumors are flying that Beyoncé might be stepping in behind the scenes, allegedly trying to block the case from going any further. This lines up with what Rymir's godmother claimed a while back, saying there was some serious interference going on. But here's the part that really turns heads. Some reports claim the reason the judge is letting this thing move forward is because Jay-Z might be tied to some shady behavior involving a sketchy transporting operation that allegedly led to Rymir's birth.
Honestly, I can take it. No, I can take. If I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, been seeing a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
That's wild. People are talking like Jay-Z's silence means something, saying he's been dodging the whole thing because deep down, he knows Rymir is really his son. And look, this is the same Jay-Z who doesn't play when it comes to lawsuits. If somebody falsely accuses him, he snaps back fast. Just like how he immediately shut down those crazy claims about him and Diddy being involved in something awful with a minor, but now, when it comes to Rymir, he's been quiet. Why isn't he stepping into court this time? There's been a flood of updates in this case, so let's dive straight into the heat. Word on the street is that Jay-Z and his legal crew have been doing everything they can to keep Rymir's paternity claims locked down. But now, it's looking like Rymir might actually get the DNA test he's been chasing for years. According to the latest reports, the court has finally agreed to move things forward. And yeah, I got my hands on the court docs. The judge wrote, "Respond to the latest filing by Lily Coley versus Sean Corey Carter. For the foregoing reasons, the court grants the ex parte application and orders that defendant's deadline to respond to plaintiff's complaint be extended to July 18th, 2025. Boom, it's official. Now let's rewind for a second. Rymir has been saying for years that his mom, Wanda, hooked up with Jay-Z back in 1992. She claimed it happened at Jay's aunt's apartment in Brooklyn after he picked her up from Philly. Wanda said they used protection, but it didn't work, and boom, she ended up pregnant. She says that aside from one visit from Jay 2 weeks later, he completely vanished. No number, no contact, nothing.
Like, you know, it's not fair.
And she was left to raise her son with no way of getting back in touch with him. Rymir says he found out the truth when he was around 8, when his mom finally told him she believed Jay-Z was his real dad. Now here's the twist. Wanda's boyfriend at the time, Robert Graves, was originally listed on the birth certificate, but in 2011, a DNA test proved he wasn't the father, and his name was legally removed. That's when everything really kicked off. Wanda told Rymir she had only been with 2 men, Robert and Jay-Z. And since DNA already proved Robert wasn't the dad, boom! That left just one other person, Jay-Z. And here's where it gets really messy. Word is, Jay-Z's been dodging that paternity test because if he really did have a thing with Wanda back then, she was only 16 while he was 22. That would have been illegal, plain and simple. This isn't just hearsay either. Wanda's godmother backed it all up. She said, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer and they were very helpful, and we thought we would resolve this privately." They even talked about Ram's music talent and whether it was a good time to put him on his record label, but he had to finish high school. So I said no. Suddenly, different lawyers got involved and their attitude completely changed. I think they realized there was more at stake for Sean, given that Wanda was not of age. That's a serious accusation, and it doesn't stop there. If Jay-Z really is Rymir's father—
Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young, and you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about.
It would mean he allegedly took Wanda, who was still a minor, across state lines from Philly to Brooklyn, where the hookup happened. That could open up a whole new legal mess. Even back then, Wanda did try to get Jay-Z to take responsibility. She filed a civil suit for child support. But get this, the case was tossed out because she filed it in the wrong state, and it never got refiled. Just imagine how different things might have turned out if that case had gone through. Jay-Z's legal team once claimed he wasn't an interested party when it came to custody over Rymir, so the fight couldn't continue. But Rymir didn't back down. He picked it up himself and kept pushing. And according to what Rymir's been saying, the whole system was against him because Jay-Z was allegedly dropping big money to shut it all down, paying off lawyers and judges to keep the case buried. Rymir even tried to take the fight all the way to the Supreme Court. But at first, the case got tossed out because the Supreme Court said it didn't have jurisdiction to reopen the matter in the appeals court or unseal the trial court records. Still, Rymir didn't quit. He refiled the case in the appellate division of the New Jersey Superior Court and kept fighting. But this whole process has been a nightmare. Jay-Z's lawyers argued that he shouldn't have to take a DNA test in New Jersey because he supposedly didn't live or own any property in the state. Without that connection, Rymir had no legal grounds to force the test.
And I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
But here's the twist. Rymir came with receipts. He posted a bombshell claiming that Beyoncé's own mom, Tina Knowles, admitted in her book that Jay-Z did have property in New Jersey during the time of the case. That changes everything. If that's true, then Jay-Z was tied to New Jersey, and that could have blocked his legal excuse from the start. Now the judge is finally letting the case move forward, and thousands of people are standing behind Rymir, hoping he finally gets answers. And let's talk about the reinforcements. Rymir's got major support now. 50 Cent is hyping it up, and Nicki Minaj is going full force. Nicki reposted an interview with Dre Hadley, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez's estranged daughter, who's suing her mom for locking her up in a mental institution. In that interview, Dre claimed Roc Nation was out here sabotaging Nicki's entire career. Nicki Minaj isn't just speaking up, she's going all in. She said Roc Nation didn't just come for her, they came for her family. According to Nicki, they've targeted her husband, they've gone after her child, and it's something that should have everybody in the US a little shaken. That's not just beef, that's a full-blown war. Over the past few days, Nicki's been dropping bomb after bomb, saying she's been professionally sabotaged by Jay-Z and his inner circle. She even hinted that's the real reason why she's been holding off on dropping new music. But it doesn't stop there. She claims someone's been trying to wreck her marriage to Kenneth Petty, spreading lies and using their friends in high places to turn him against her. It's personal and calculated. Nicki also said her and her fans' social media accounts are getting shadow banned, like someone's trying to silence her and crush her brand. And to top it off, she exposed that Jay-Z allegedly owes her money. Now, she's joined forces with Rymir, putting even more pressure on Jay-Z and pushing the narrative that he needs to take that DNA test. No more running. And judging by the latest developments, that test might actually happen soon. Rymir could finally be getting the chance to settle this once and for all. But while a lot of people are rooting for Rymir, others are side-eyeing the whole situation. What's he really after? Is it money, or does he just want the truth out there? What's his real motive? According to Rymir himself, it's not about forcing Jay-Z to play daddy or magically make up for the lost years. He said the real issue is how shady the court system has been. Judges acting dirty, court orders being faked, and his family losing money because of it. That's what he's trying to fix now. According to Rymir, shady court orders are still being used to snatch money from his family, and get this, they even slapped illegal liens on their home. He's made it crystal clear, I don't want money or anything like that from Jay-Z, I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. And honestly, it's a fair ask. If Jay-Z really believes Rymir isn't his son and nothing happened with Wanda, then why not just take the test? Every time he's asked about a paternity test, Jay's first answer is always no. Why? What's he trying to avoid? All Rymir wants is for the truth to finally come out, plain and simple. First, he wants answers about Jay-Z allegedly taking Wanda across state lines when she was just 16, from Philly to Brooklyn, where everything supposedly went down. That alone raises major legal questions. Second, Rymir says Jay-Z's lawyers straight up lied in court and later tried to cover it up by saying they misspoke. Third, even though Jay has denied the claims in court, Rymir says there were quiet settlement talks outside of court years ago, which makes everything look way more suspicious. And the fourth one? It's wild. Rymir claims that after filing his civil suit, someone tried to end his life. He even posted photos photos of his car riddled with bullet holes and said something was planted in his vehicle before he was pulled over. That's straight up scary, and honestly, it sounds a lot like the same intimidation tactics Dree Hadley talked about when she exposed Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. This whole thing, it's starting to look like a pattern, and it's getting real ugly. So now, all eyes are on Jay-Z, who's finally been ordered by the court to respond. We're about to see what happens next. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Rymir is something being hidden here? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Smash that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. See you on the next one!